Your appointment is at 10:20 and it's literally 10:50. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Even though I haven't done videos in like forever, and I am a corpsman that just finished laboratory school. So I am actually a licensed MLT, medical laboratory technician, and that is where I'm working as a lab tech. It's fun. It's boring. So basically this video is just going to talk about my experience and what I did, how I did it, just a little brief on it, And as you can see in videos before I just random videos of me in phlebotomy lab. I got signed off on phlebotomy, so I should be a phlebotomy tech or whatever. I was just in there stocking up stuff, and I was doing something with the COVID machines. I don't know, something with them. And then, oh no, my first CAP survey. I finally did a CAP survey, and that was what I was doing. And on top of that, I had an appointment. So that little piece of tissue that y'all saw, might be too much information, but hey, y'all saw it or whatever. That was actually mine, and I got to see that experience, and I got to actually kind of get a walkthrough of that thing. So as a lab tech, you know, it's actually very rewarding sometimes if you're actually interested in it. But enough of all that goodness or whatever. Let's talk about how I started. So again, corpsman. So this is actually military wise. I was a corpsman, HM or HA, whichever one you call it. And instead of me doing random crap in the military, I was like, I'm gonna actually do something with my life or whatever. Boom. And I decided to do a C school, which was the MLT, or medical laboratory ski school. So instead of it being 2 years like a normal school is, they switched it down to 1 year, or they changed it to 1 year, and then they bumped that down to, so you do 6 months in a clinical setting. Wait, I'm lying. 6 months in the classroom setting, and then 6 months in a clinical setting, and then you get an opportunity to take the license exam for free during the Navy. So in 6 months, you have to know the 5 subjects or 6 subjects: chemistry, hematology, urinalysis, blood bank, microbiology, and lab operations. So during those 6 months, you're learning all of those. It's basically fast paced. You have to know it, test out on it, and then you have to know the next subject. So it's not more of like a comprehensive thing. It's more of, are you able to understand this in this amount of time? And if you're not, then you're not fit for this program. So our class started off with like 30 something people, and we graduated with 4, including me. So that was fun. And then once you make it out of there, and I'll show you the books later, because we didn't get any like real textbooks. We got like just real workbook type thing. So once you make it out of there, that is when you get to the real nitty gritty. So I did the 6 months in Virginia. I didn't get no footage of it. Well, I did, but I didn't too much edit it, and I kept deleting it because I was focused more on studying and trying to get the ASCP exam down pat. It was something. It was something, y'all. So my time in Virginia, I hated it, not gonna lie, whatever. So the schooling part of it, so it's clinical, but you're also learning as well. So once you're done with the hospital for a certain amount of hours, you come back to the classroom, and you're basically doing, or you're learning a little bit about your section. And move, little girl. Hey, no. Go play with your toy. Go play with your toy. Hey. It's a shame. I have to bribe her with whipped cream to eat her food. And it's bad. It's so bad. But anyway, where was I at? Yeah, so you do your clinicals. You do a certain amount of hours there a day. And then you come back and you like basically go over your section a little bit. So with that, we didn't get no books in there in that one. But you also get MediaLab, a purple and gold book. I don't too much know that name. I know it's a clinical edition, 5th edition gold book. And then the BOC book. The thing that I used the most was the MediaLab. It was nothing else to actually study, which is what I hated the most. I hated it so bad. It was literally nothing to study, but utilize MediaLab and what you learned from phase 1, if you learned anything, and then phase 2, the clinical section. So whatever you learn on the bench is basically what you learn, and then they test you on stuff that you're supposed to be learning. It's weird. I don't know. Hey, it's whatever. So the thing that I was using the most was MediaLab. I too much wasn't looking in the books, the BOC book or the purple and gold book, the clinical edition book. I wasn't looking at that, but I had that as a reference for a little bit. But I was mostly using MediaLab. And then once I got to micro, there was this person who helped us a little bit. He had a packet, which if y'all want, I can scan it and email it to y'all. And he had a packet, and that basically kind of broke down what was supposed to be on the test. And I say supposed to be because that test was ridiculous. But it was supposed to be on the test. What was supposed to be on the test is what you're supposed to know. And that is what I went by. So MediaLab in that little packet that I got. Now, those 6 months doing each bench a little bit in depth did not help. I'm not gonna lie to you, it did not help. It was morally for the experience, because learning wise, no. I would not recommend y'all do this in the military if y'all really trying to learn this, because the military will only teach you what you need to know to actually do it. You're not gonna know nothing. No, nada. But I mean, it was something. I was stressed every day, y'all. I was stressed. That was not my learning environment, and I was stressed. So it was a hard time. Anyway, back to whatever. So the MediaLab, and I see the toy. I see it. I know. Come on. How do you get this toy? Oh yeah, I gave it to you. Here. MediaLab and then the packet. That's what I use. So getting close to the test, how MediaLab, I don't have MediaLab no more. Take it. So basically I'm trying to remember how MediaLab works. You have the exam portion of it. And basically you can scope the exam to what subjects you want. You can have all the subjects on there, or you can have like chemistry or hematology, or chemistry and hematology. It's basically that. And you do 100 questions. I believe there's 10, 25, 50, and 100. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a couple months. You can program it to have that certain amount of questions, and you can have it to it can review it. So after you answer it, you get it automatically, hey, you got that correct or incorrect, and why. Or you can have it in test mode, where you just take the test in all its entirety within a certain amount of minutes, and then afterwards you get the score and you get to review it afterwards. So it's either one, and that is what I utilized the most. Every subject that I had, basically if I was in chemistry, then I was going to be doing chemistry questions throughout their whole time. And then once I moved up to a different subject, I do chemistry and then that subject, and then go on from there. That is what I did. And then towards the end, I would do the exam, the adaptive exam, and kind of test myself and see where I was at. So that's basically how I studied. I would not recommend that for anybody because by the time I hit that test, it was hard. But we're gonna get into that later. I would not recommend that to anybody though. If you are military and you're doing this, I would say try to find some extra resources to help you a little bit. Or if you do use the book and the BOC, kind of go into depth. Like once you see that and you want more, you gotta have more information on it, Google it or try to talk to your instructors. I mean, but if they don't have the answer, because 9 times out of 10 they probably won't, Google it and then go from there. Because the more the merrier, right? And that's gonna be another point. But fast forward into now. So yeah, closer to the test, that's what I did. And then the day that I had to take the test, it was hard. It was ridiculously hard. All right. So the test in general is 100 questions in a span of 2 hours and I want to say 15 minutes. You have to do 100 questions in 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now, it's not bad because it is doable, but the type of questions that you have, hard. Okay? Hard. All right. So it's adaptive. So if you get one question right, the next question should be harder. And if you get that question wrong, then the next question should be easier. That's how it was explained to me. But when I took that test, it seems like all of it was hard. Like all of it was hard. All of it was not what I knew. Like it had a subject, let's say mine was basically blood bank and microbiology. So let's say I had a blood bank question and I knew the subject, but it goes more into depth. So I know what it was talking about, but I didn't too much know what it was talking about because instead of me going in depth about it, I just know the concept of it. Come here. Here. So I just knew the concept of it. So I couldn't really answer the question how I wanted to answer it because the answer that I was thinking about was not on the answer choices. So I was just like, okay, this not it. What? And after a couple questions, I started to realize that's basically how the whole thing was gonna go. It's like, you know what it's talking about, but the answer that you believe it is not showing up on there. So that's when you draw a blank, and that is what happened to me and my classmate. Now afterwards, we didn't know because in before you can't really, talk or whatever, but afterwards we both was like, that was not it. We did not study none of that. We probably failed. And I was thinking I failed because I studied so hard for that test, and I took that 1-2 questions out of 100. I was like, this ain't it. I'm not gonna be able to do this. But in the end, I passed. I made a 443, and the score is 400 to 800. So it was on the low end, but at least I passed. At least I passed. Yeah, it was something. It was something. So when I say go more into depth, I mean that. Go more in depth about that. Go in depth. Okay. Like go in depth. And if you are not military and you actually do this in like I want to say college or whatever. I believe y'all have two years to do this. Take those 2 years and, actually learn the stuff. Don't grasp the concept and then forget about it. Actually learn it and apply it to your life because it's going to come back. It's going to come back. So yeah, that's basically it. So now I'm actually working. Oreo! Thank you. So now I'm actually working in the lab. It's actually a small clinic lab. I thought it was going to be like a big hospital, but they slowly downgraded into a clinic. So you got the core stuff, chemistry, hematology, urinalysis. You got a small thing of micro that I'm not able to work in at the moment. And then they have mail outs. So everything else we send out. And that's where I'm at right now. It's cool. I am trying to do the MLT to MLS stuff, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully next year you'll see some steady videos and some videos on that. Hopefully I am starting next year. And yeah, that's basically it. It's a little updatey on my lifey. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Didn't really do anything. Can't really show y'all MediaLab no more. I don't have it. But if you want it, it's $75. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you stay tuned for that, hopefully I'll have more videos and stuff on this subject, doing the MLT to MLS program. But yeah, I'm about to actually do my hair today. You know what I'm saying? Clean up the house a little bit and then so forth and so on, because I got the weekend off, so that's good. Oreo. Okay, I'm about to go play with this girl, but y'all have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for watching this video. You know, like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all want to know more, ask questions, let me know. I'm here. I mean, if I don't know it, then I'll ask somebody else or whatever. But hey, let me know, especially if you're in the military and you're doing this. Let me know. I got y'all. I will literally help y'all, because yeah, I will literally help y'all. But hey, I'll talk to y'all later.